to you today. I'm in a different location. I'm currently in my kitchen at the moment, and that's because I'm going to be bringing you a slightly different video, and I'm going to be incorporating 3 vegan recipes that are for the autumn and fall time. I just went on Pinterest and found 3 recipes that I thought sounded amazing, so I'm just going to cook all of those for you today, so let's get started. So the first recipe I'm going to be making for you is a sweet potato and kale chilli. This is vegan and also gluten free, and it's described as a winter warming chilli packed with delicious flavours and healthy ingredients. So let's jump into the kitchen and get started cooking. For the recipe you're going to need 2 medium sweet potatoes, and you're going to chop and cube them, 1 whole chopped and diced onion, 1 red chilli chopped and diced, 2 handfuls of curly kale, some olive oil to cook with, 2 cloves of garlic, or if you're lazy like me, they're very lazy, smoked chopped garlic, and I'll use 2 tablespoons, 1 tin of red kidney beans, 1 tin of chopped tomatoes, and you'll also want some salt and pepper to taste too. So first up we're going to heat some olive oil in the pan, and then we're going to add the cubed sweet potato to it. And we're going to add all the onions, and then add the garlic. And then we're going to cook this on a medium heat for 5 minutes until the vegetables have softened a little bit. After 5 minutes we're then going to add the chilli, mix it all in together, and then cook it for a further few minutes. Then going to add the kidney beans and the chopped tomatoes, and then give it all a good stir, making sure all the vegetables are coated in the tomatoes. We're then going to turn the heat on to low and just let it simmer for 30 to 35 minutes. Now if you see it becoming too thick, then you can just add a little bit of water in. Then just before it's finished cooking, you're going to want to add your kale. So you're going to want to rinse your kale in water and then just add it for the last couple minutes. You're going to want to add your kale just before it's done so that it didn't go too wilted. And then finish it up by adding a little bit of salt and pepper. And then you're good to go. So you can either add it to a plate and eat it straight away, or I'm actually going to add it to some Tupperware so that I can put it in the fridge for a few days. And there you have your steaming hot, vegan and gluten-free kale and sweet potato chilli. The second recipe I'm going to be making for you today is a pumpkin, spinach and walnut spaghetti. This is described as, this simple pumpkin, spinach and walnut spaghetti makes an ideal midweek dinner. It's light and quick to prepare. So the first ingredient we'll need is a portion of whole wheat spaghetti, some pumpkin, olive oil, lazy pre-chopped smoked chopped garlic and red chillies, baby spinach, half a lemon and some walnuts. So the first thing we're going to do is get the pasta cooking. So we're going to add some boiling water to the pan and add 1 portion of whole wheat spaghetti. And this should take about 20 minutes to cook. And you can also add a little bit of salt to the pasta water too. And then we're going to let that cook for 10 minutes before we do anything else. We're then going to move on to cooking the ingredients into a second pan. So we're going to turn that on. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of olive oil in the bottom of it. And then we're going to add about a teaspoon of the garlic and the red chillies. Mix them all around the pan. And we're going to cook those for a minute or 2. Just until they start to brown ever so slightly. Then after a couple of minutes we're going to add a full tin of pumpkin. You can now turn it onto a low heat and make sure it's all mixed together really well. And then you're going to want to keep cooking it on this very low heat just to keep it warm until the pasta's ready. Once your pasta is fully cooked, you're going to want to drain it and then add it to the pumpkin mixture. Mix it all in, give it a good stir, make sure all the pasta is coated. Now's the time where you're going to want to add your baby spinach as well. I'm just going to add about a handful and then just stir it all in together. And then you're going to want to leave it like this for a couple of minutes until the spinach has wilted down sufficiently. Just before it's done, Add a little squeeze of lemon juice in, turn off the heat, and then add it to your bowl or Tupperware of choice. This is when you're going to take your walnuts that you've already crushed up and just sprinkle those on top. And there is your pumpkin, spinach and walnut spaghetti. And the final recipe is a lovely sweet treat, and it is vegan apple cider donuts. How amazing does that sound? And it describes them as packed with cinnamon, nutmeg and allspice. These vegan baked apple cider donuts are a perfect way to welcome in the fall. The ingredients you will need are 1 cup of wholemeal flour, half a teaspoon of salt, 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon each of nutmeg, cinnamon and allspice, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, half a cup of applesauce, a 1/3 cup of maple syrup, 1 tablespoon of melted coconut oil, a 1/3 cup of cloudy apple juice and a splash of apple cider vinegar. So the first thing you're going to want to do is to combine all of your dry ingredients into a bowl. So that's your 1 cup of flour, 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, your salt, and then your allspice, nutmeg and cinnamon. I'm going to make sure all of that is combined together. So we're just going to set that to the side and start on with the wet ingredients. So the maple syrup, the apple juice, vanilla extract, applesauce, roasted melted coconut oil, a splash of apple cider vinegar, and then I'm going to whisk all of these together. We're then going to add those wet ingredients into the dry ones and then mix them all in together until it's just combined. Then we're going to grab our donut tin. I've got a little silicone one and I'm just going to spoon all of the mixture into there. And then we're going to take the donuts and place them in the oven for about 8 to 10 minutes or until you touch them and they're a bit springy to the touch. So I've set my timer to 8 minutes and I'll just check on them after that amount of time. Then let's get them out, they should be finished now. Then let's go ahead and transfer them from the pan onto the wire rack. I've just lined it with a bit of grease-proof paper just to catch any excess oil. So I'm just going to go for like a swift tip. Just this one that broke. But yay! There is our donuts. I am so excited to eat these. And that is all the completed recipes. I've really enjoyed cooking this video today. Can't wait even more to try all the food out, especially those donuts. I think they're going to be gone in like 10 minutes time. So please give the video a big thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed filming it for you. Comment down below on what you'd like to see more of on my channel, or if you've liked this kind of like different vegan inspired cooking video. Subscribe to see more videos from our channel and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!